So I'm gonna try recording myself in the gym real quick. I'm gonna try to do some pull-ups and see how much I can do. Check this out. Alright, so I believe that was 22. I hope you guys can actually hear me good. I'm trying to actually record myself or go live while I'm in the gym. So I hope all the background noise is not affecting the stream. And my apologies in advance if I'm breathing pretty heavy. You know, man, that's actually my PR. I've never done 22 before. I've done 21, but this is actually 22. Ooh. Alright, I'm on the treadmill now, so I'm gonna try to cool down a bit. But in short, why am I making this video? I'm making this video because, you know, there's a passage of scripture. I'm gonna actually read it out. So this is from 1 Timothy 4, verse 8. It says, "For bodily exercise profiteth little, but godliness is profitable unto all things, having promise of the life that now is, and of that which is to come." Alright, so, you know, what's crazy about this is that a lot of religious folk, I think they will read that passage and they might think to themselves, oh, you see, you know, the Bible says that bodily exercise profiteth little. But I want you to actually pay close attention to what it actually says, right? It says that it profited little. It profited little. It doesn't say that it doesn't profit at all. You know, that's not what it says. It says it profit little. And we tend to ignore that. You know, there's a lot of us who always try to make excuses as to why we can't work out. Would it be religious? Would it be, I don't know. It's just excuses. That's all it is, really. It's just a bunch of excuses. And truth be told, it's really sad because the same people who make excuses for not working out, these are the same people that's going to complain about how their body is hurting, how they got all these joint pains and what have you. These are the same individuals who are not satisfied at what they look at in the mirror. These are the same people who it's amazing. I'm not saying this is across the board, but a lot of times you'll see these individuals, if they fail physically in their like fitness, they most likely will fail in a lot of other areas of their life. it's sad. And you know, dealing with such individuals, you find yourself trying to motivate them. You can find yourself trying to put a proverbial battery in their back, and it is draining. It really is. It is literally draining. You find yourself trying to help such individuals, and said individuals, this is what makes me really sad. When you help these individuals, you can see that they have a lot of potential, right? So long as you're with them, they know how to push. So long as you're with them, they know how to grind. But the moment you stop putting that fire under their ass, the moment you stop putting that battery in their back, you watch them drift right back to their old former habits. Dealing with such individuals, it is literally life draining. And if you're on the other side, say you are that person that needs a battery put in their back, why would you want to be that individual? Why would you want to be that individual who constantly, listen to what I'm telling you now, who constantly are sucking the life force out of other individuals who are actually trying to better themselves? You know, I believe it's selfish of those individuals. Oh, can you help me out? Can you help me out? Mind you, they don't have no type of self-drive, self-motivation to actually push on their own, to help themselves out. Think about that. You know, we started off reading the scripture, right? Well, think about that, right? It says, love thy neighbor as yourself. How can you even love your neighbor if you don't love yourself enough to think about your health? Right? Think about that. Think about what I'm actually saying here. These individuals can care less about their health. Now, this is the whole point of this video. I'm hoping that it might actually encourage people to actually push themselves. You know, I hope it actually motivates people to actually strive to become better than they were yesterday. I'm gonna later on play a video. Matter of fact, I'll play right now, just to show you guys something. Right? I want you to pay close attention to this. Check this out.
Only 0.075% of the male population can bench press 225. That means that if you went out into the street and found 1,000 people, less than one of them would be able to bench press 225. Only 0.00125%.
My apologies.
Found 1,000 people, less than one of them would be able to bench press 225. Only 0.00125% of the male population can bench press 3 plates 350. That's about 50,000 people in the world. When it comes to 4 plates 405, only about 8,000 people on the planet can bench press 405. That is 0.0002% of the male population. And when it comes to 5 plates, 495, only 900 men currently living can bench press 5 plates, 495 pounds. And if you think those statistics are too low, remember, I'm taking the entirety of the male population, 4 billion people.
Now, check this out, right? You're probably thinking to yourself, like, oh, you know, I don't care how much I can bench. That's not the point. And that's not the point. Later on in this live, hopefully, I get a chance to actually show you guys what I could do on the bench. Not to boast, but to encourage and to help motivate. But what's my point that I really want to point out, right? You know, none of those let me say this with a grain of salt. 225, he said less than 1% of the world's population can actually bench 225. You know what I find sad about that statistic? Because 225 is really not that much. Oh, how can you say that? No, listen to what I'm actually telling you. 225, and that's not me to put down anybody who can't do it. What I'm saying is that you'll be surprised how much you can do if you just take 1 year. 1 year. Matter of fact, I won't even do that much. 1 month. Be consistent in the gym for an entire month. And that means not just working out, but prioritizing what you eat, prioritizing your sleep. I think a lot of people would be hard pressed to believe that, wow, you know, all these things that these fitness gurus could do, it's really not that challenging as much as I thought it would be. And I think that's what's sad, because a lot of people, I think 225 is very feasible. I could do more than 225. Again, not to boast. It took me years to get to that point. So there's nothing to boast about. It took me over 10 years to get to where I'm at right now. But the point being is that you can literally take a month and you'll be surprised how much you can actually go. You know, I think in the world it says that if you do something for 30 days, I think it's 21 or 30, either way. If you do something for 21, 30 days, that you develop a habit. So think about that. You know, many of you, the reason why you don't like to work out is because you just haven't built the habit. You just haven't built the habit. So many of you have not pushed yourself for 30 days. Again, do you know how sad that is? Most of you, you've clocked in 30 years. Give me 1 second, huh? I don't know if you guys can hear that noise in the background. For some reason I can't stop it. Maybe because I'm using this app. But anyway, getting back on point. I hope it's not distracting. But getting back to the point, some of you have clocked in 30 years of eating poor. Give me one quick second now. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Some of you have clocked in 30 years of eating bad, but you're not willing to clock in 30 days for your health. Think about what I just said there. So then when you have diabetes, high blood pressure, hypertension, or you know, and believe me, I don't want to put these curses on any of you, but you guys are literally putting these curses upon yourself through bad decision making, through bad choices. It's sad. I really do believe it's sad. All it takes is 30 days. I would like to actually challenge you, all of you who may be listening, dedicate 30 days of just non-stop working out. And let's see if you actually develop a habit. I'm not going to guarantee that it's going to be easy. I'm not going to guarantee that you're going to even enjoy it. But many things in life that's worth anything, you have to fight for it. Everything that's worth anything, you got to fight and grind for it. You see? I'm not saying you're going to get up out of bed automatically being able to bench 225. You know, and for the women who might be listening to this, I'm not even saying you need to bench 225. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is that whatever fitness goal that you have, you may not reach your fitness goal in a day. Most likely you won't reach your fitness goal in a day. You might not reach it in a week, a month, half a year. You may not reach those fitness goals. But I guarantee you that the more you continue pressing, what you're gonna find out is that you're gonna start to become addicted to the habit of working out. It releases dopamines. You see the same dopamines that is released in your system whenever you guys turn to addictions. A lot of the dopamine that's released when you guys turn to vices like drinking, watching pornography, what else? I mean, you name it. A lot of you seek dopamine releases through all this negative activity, and you don't even realize that you can actually release the same dopamines by doing something positive in your life. Again, this is not to put nobody down. This is really not to put nobody down. This is just an attempt to try to motivate a few. Whoever that is willing to hear, there's a lot you can do in your life rather than complaining and making excuses. Period, point blank. You know, I remember, quick story, right? I remember I was a child. Maybe some of you guys may resonate with this. I was a child once, and I remember walking with a hunch. And my father told me, hey, you know what? I'm gonna take you to Prospect Park. This is back in New York, right? And I'm like, what in the world are we gonna go there? Go there to do what exactly, right? And in the process of going to Prospect Park, we ended up running all around Prospect Park because there was like a track, right? And I think it had, don't quote me, but I think it's like 2.25 miles. We're just running around Prospect Park. Now, to put things in perspective, I was about 14 years old at the time, young boy, right? Young boy, and my father was maybe, shoot, he had to be, I'm thinking about it, he had to be in his 50s. So this man in his 50s, I want you to think about this, right? Mind you, to add more context, I was not accustomed to seeing my father work out in the house. All my life growing up, I've seen him do a little things here and there, but nothing enough for me to really say that this man was like, a gym goer. Anyway, what's the point? This man, cold turkey, no warming up, haven't been exercising for months, in his 50s, beat me around Prospect Park, and I'm a 14-year-old boy. And I remember I was so ecstatic to just see my father not only take me to Prospect Park, but he actually showed me that he had a lot left in the tank. But why am I saying this? As happy as I was also reflecting on myself and thinking, man, to think that this is an old man, respectfully, right? He's in his 50s. To think that this old man beat me around Prospect Park without training for years. Without training for years. So, and that's what actually fueled me. And I thank my father, because since that day, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna keep at it. Now, we probably went maybe a good 2 more times after that day. And I remember when it got to that point when I finally beat him around Prospect Park, he said, all right, you're good to go on your own. And we stopped running together. But the job was already done, because The point was not beating him around Plaza Park. The point was beating myself. The point was being a better individual than I was yesterday. That's the point, guys. Right? Now, for those of you who are fathers, right, I don't know what age you are, but are you confident that when your child is 14, you will be able to beat them? Did you invest in yourself to even be able to run with your children? And this is for both the men and women. No, let me guess. You had a child, so now you start to slack off. And now you have all these excuses as to why you can't work out anymore, right? It's pathetic. This is exactly what I'm talking about. It's pathetic. People come up with these excuses, these elaborate excuses all day, and they don't realize how sorry it sounds, but they always try to look for a pass. They want somebody to come, pat them on the back, and make them feel sorry about themselves. No. Everything in life is about choices and decisions. Choices and decisions. I'm gonna share something with you guys that a lot of you may not even know. But if you actually look at the word decide, right? I'm gonna tell you the power of the word decide. Right? If you look into that word, I believe in the Greek, it's composed of two words. It's composed of two words. Before I get into that, let me just show you real quick. So, I don't know if you guys can see that. I just did a quick mile, just a quick mile. I'm going to digress a bit, but I'm going to get back on track. So, hopefully I remember. We were talking about decisions, right? But anyway, I wanted to show you guys the mile because literally I remember praying to the Most High early in the morning, and the Most High dropping it in my spirit, telling me, no. When was the last time you've walked? Now, you guys gotta understand, right? Back in New York, the public transportation system was so abundant. We walked everywhere. We literally walked everywhere. So now that I moved to Tennessee and I drive everywhere, I didn't even realize how much I actually was not walking. So I'm glad the Most High put it in my system. And hopefully that could even be motivation, because again, you guys, if you guys don't like running, how about you just take a walk? Go for a stroll. It's a nice little cool walk. You'll be surprised how far you can go. Real talk, y'all. Real talk. You'll literally be surprised how far you can go. But anyway, getting back to the side, right? So the word decide is composed of two words. De, which means from, and side, which is to cut. So in other words, whenever you're deciding to do something, you cut yourself off from any other possibility. Do you hear? I'm gonna say that again. De means from, and side means to cut. So literally when you decide to do something, you're cutting yourself off from any other possibility. That's a very strong thing to do. You see, in other words, you don't give yourself any other options. Do you know why that's powerful? Because again, a lot of times people they're looking for an excuse. They're looking for a way out. Oh, if this doesn't work, maybe I can fall back on this. And I'm telling you, that's dangerous. I'm letting you know now, that's very dangerous. Again, I don't know who this is helping out, but again, the whole point of this live is to really help push you guys, motivate you guys to make a decision. Make a decision today. Decide today that you are actually going to take your life seriously. You're going to take your health seriously. You're going to start loving your family in a way that you've never loved your family before. Perhaps you were lackadaisical in your so-called love for your family. You were lackadaisical. You were very passive. You claimed that you love your family, but deep down inside you didn't. You know what I'm saying? Decide today that you're gonna make a decision today that you're gonna prioritize your health. Because does bodily exercise profit little? Sure, it profit little, but it's still a profit. You see, that's the point that people leave off. Oh, it only profit a little, yeah, but it's still a profit. It's a net gain, right? Anyway, let me play this video one last time, and hopefully I'm going to show you guys some bench press to show you the importance, right? Like, I'm not going to just be here telling you this is what you should do, and I'm not able to actually do it myself. So let's actually study this video.
Only 0.075% of the male population can bench press 225. That means that if you went out onto the street and found 1,000 people, less than one of them would be able to bench press 225. Only 0.00125% of the male population can bench press 3 plates 350. That's about 50,000 people in the world. When it comes to 4 plates 405, only about 8,000 people on the planet can bench press 405. That is 0.0002% of the male population. And when it comes to 5 plates 495, only 900 men currently living can bench press 5 plates, 495 pounds. And if you think those statistics are too low, remember, I'm taking the entirety of the male population, 4 billion people.
Yeah, so let me see if I can actually show it to you guys. So I got 2 plates here. So 2 plates. That's one, if I recall, that was 135. Let me see if I can show it to you. So I'm using my headphones. see it. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Alright, y'all. So let's try to go for it. Ooh, 3:15. I'm a bit sore from yesterday, but I was still able to rip out 3. And again, that wasn't really even me trying to push my max. It was just to get it done. But like I said, yeah, I hope it actually encourages people to actually push. Again, these numbers, let me make it extremely clear. I'm not saying you have to reach these numbers. I'm not. What I am saying is that set out a goal. Set out a goal. It could be even 185. And give yourself 30 days. Give yourself 30 days to actually try to accomplish that goal. And this is what's so beautiful about it, because you may not accomplish it in 30 days. You may not. However, in the process of you tackling your goals consistently, you're going to find out that it's literally going to be a win-win situation. And whether you achieve that goal or not, you're still going to be physically more attractive, you're going to be physically healthier, all because you were consistent. It's like if you reach for the stars, you may not reach the stars, but at least you're in the heavens, you're in the skies, right? You're in the sky. And that's what's so beautiful. And it's so long as you are in a higher state than you were the day before, that is a net positive, that is a win. Again, I don't know who this is going to help. I hope this actually motivates some people. I hope the recording was clear. That's my biggest thing. I really hope the recording was clear and that you guys were able to actually hear. Let me see. But yeah, I'm not gonna be here much longer. This was already 30 minutes. Again, whoever this encouraged, I pray that you like, subscribe, comment down below, share this with other people who may need that same level of motivation. And I would love to hear from you guys, you know, like, where are you right now? Where are you currently in your fitness journey? And where do you want to be? You know, and please, you know, get back to me in terms of your progress, in terms of where, you know, how far have you gotten? Let's say if you want to actually get to 225 and you currently at 135. I would love to hear the progress. Maybe after 30 days, maybe you got to 160. Hey, that's still progress. That's still progress. Anyway, with that being said, Nick over and out. The message sent. Jesus is coming out.